are trying to get seated. Ugh, sorry, hold on. Tiny couch. Just my crotch. Okay, today I would like to talk a little bit about guns and age. Now, basically, I'm doing this video because there was something on the news a few days ago. Something about age and guns and what is the right age to handle a handgun or shotgun or rifle. And well, basically in this video I'm going to express my views in this matter. And you see my glasses here. I don't know why I took those off. You can't see me, so maybe I'll just put those back on. I'm used to making videos where you can actually see my face. Anyway, the right age to handle, let's say, anywhere between a 12 gauge to 16 gauge, a 20 gauge shotgun, I'd say you have to be at least, alright, for a 20 gauge, you have to be at least, I'd say, 12 or 10. 10 years old to 12 years old to handle a 20 gauge. And I guess it depends on how big you are at 10 or 12. I mean, obviously, if you weigh like 68 pounds, you're not going to be able to handle a 12 gauge shotgun, but 20 gauge maybe, because they don't really have a whole lot of kick. And it would be a very bad idea to give this 12 gauge shotgun to a 10-year-old and tell him to shoot it, because he would break his shoulder. But a 10-year-old, like a good sized 10-year-old, like say, let's say like 80 pounds, a 20 gauge would be fine, because they don't have a lot of kick. Same goes for 16 gauge. It's not that bad. But 12 gauge is a whole different story. And don't even think about giving a little kid a 10 gauge. That's pretty much just putting fucking bullet through the head and killing them. Jesus Christ. Seriously. 10 gauges have quite a bit of kick. Rifles. Rifles, depends on what kind of rifle. If you have like a 30-30 or 30-06, I would say 13 to 14 years old would be a good age for a rifle. But if you have like a 22 rifle, like a 22 long rifle, I'd say you start them at like 8 years old, really. And now that's another thing. I'm not going to go over this in this video, but gun safety is always important. I always go over gun safety. There's nothing in there, and there's nothing in this one. Alright? Now, gun safety is very important. Now, the first thing you want to do, if you want your kids to learn about guns, is the first thing, before anything, teach them about gun safety. Very important. That's how accidents happen. The parents don't teach their kids about gun safety. They, it's like the guns don't even exist, and then one day the kid finds the gun, and he's like, oh, what's this, and he points at himself, pulls the trigger by accident, and in a few days, the parents have to go to a funeral. It just shouldn't happen. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. That's another video that I will be doing, but not in this video. This video is about age and what age you should be to handle each weapon. Onto revolvers and handguns. I brought my .357 out for a reason. It's, well, because I like it. Basically, a good age to start on a handgun, well, again, it depends on what caliber. I'd say a .22 revolver or handgun, I'd say supervised, of course, between the ages of 8 years old and, above is fine. They don't have a lot of kick. Make sure they wear ear protection though. 22 is not that loud, but the hearing of a little kid is kind of, still developing and everything, so ear protection is very important. Now, when you go up to the larger calibers, like a 357, I would say anywhere between the ages of, I'd say 13 and up. I say 13 because a 357 has quite a bit of a kick, and again, you want the child or the teenager or whatever to be kind of big, because obviously if the person shooting the gun has toothpick arms, then I wouldn't recommend shooting a 357. Definitely not. But yeah, let's move on to what age is okay for, just my crotch again, what age is okay to go hunting, because it was on the news a few days ago that they're trying to push the age for hunting up to 16. Now, I believe that hunting should be whenever you can handle a gun, basically, and safely handle a gun. You go over your gun safety first, always gun safety first. Then you go over, how to properly handle a gun, and once they know, just the basics, then I'd say go in the woods and kill something, But no, seriously. Age, there's no real set age for handling a weapon, but definitely, parents, if you're listening and if you have guns, take your kids aside one day and say, this is a shotgun, this is how you safety check it, this is how you hold it and whatnot, respect the gun. And I have a phone call. Can I call you back? Hello? Oh, what's that? No, this is Tony. Oh, no, that's alright. Oh, okay. That's alright. Bye. Okay, sorry about that. Where was I? I totally lost track of what I was saying. Damn phone call. But seriously, trying to figure out where I was. Alright. Shotguns and rifles, I'd say between the ages, I don't know, at least be 10 years old for a 22 rifle, and at least 12 years old for a 20 gauge, and then as you get older and bigger, you can handle a 12 gauge. And for revolvers and handguns, I would say 22s or whatever. 8 years old is okay, as long as, of course, you're being supervised with these weapons. Don't handle a gun alone when you're a kid, because that's, it's just irresponsible. But no, if you're going to higher calibers, again, anywhere, I'd say like 13 years old would be okay. And and hunting, of course. Being 16 years old to start hunting is kind of stupid, and I'm sure that people watching this video were hunting at the age of like 10 or 12, so I'd say 10 or 12 would be a good age to start hunting. Yeah, and again, I want to stress safety first. Check your guns always. Make sure they're not loaded. And tiny couch. Okay. Well, that's about about it, really. Thanks for watching. Oh, before I end this video, I would like to give a shout out to Tom O'Keefe, and I'll put a link to the side. You can check his page out. Oh, and if you don't mind, please click on the links to the side over here. I'd really appreciate that. You don't have to buy anything, of course. It would just help me out a lot if you click on the links. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Well, that's about it, really. Oh, quick update. I will be getting a new camera pretty soon, and when I say pretty soon, in the next 2 months or so, I'm going to get a video flip, which is great because I could have, you know, there's pretty much no end of video that I could, no end of video? Ugh, no restriction of the video I could do because it's great in low light apparently, and my camera kind of sucks in low light, so yeah. Look forward to some really good videos in the future. Oh, and it also comes with a underwater case, so I could take underwater pictures or videos as well, so that would be pretty awesome. Okay, that's about it. And if you see my crotch, I apologize. But some people like that, I don't know. Alright, that's it. I'm done.